Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. I'm still sick. Hopefully I'm on the mend and we'll be done with this cold soon. We're going to try playing Mage here to redeem myself from the awful performance of my last Mage run. Don't watch that one, seriously. The only playable one of these epics that we get a choice from is Blood Knight. Let's go ahead and grab it. Here we get a bunch of junk, so we'll take the Bloodsail Raider as it is a 2-drop. And here we have another epic. Alright, well, it's a tough call here between the Big Game Hunter or the Pyroblast. Pyroblast, I mean, if your deck's not that fast and you can't actually deal that much damage to the opponent with the rest of your deck, Pyroblast really sucks. Spellbender is worth considering. I don't think it's on par with Big Game Hunter, though, which is, pretty effective removal. I'm actually going to make a crazy play. I'm going to take Big Game Hunter. Yes, I know Pyroblast, yada yada, but it is really nice to be able to kill off big minions. Here, I'm going to go for the Cone of Cold. It's more expensive than Arcane Explosion, but I tried Arcane Explosion in my last run, and, well, that didn't work out very well. Cone of Cold, though, is definitely a solid card. Here, I could take a really good 5 or a really good 3-drop. We'll go for the 3. Even though I've already got 2 3s, these are not real 3-drops, quote-unquote. And in fact, the Scarlet Crusader combos with the Blood Knight, so that's nice. Alright, we can go for the Panda here, which gets potentially more use out of actually all these creatures, except that it's just really conditional for all of them. I'm going to take Arcane Missiles, though. It's just nice to have. I find that, although I always lose the coin flips, it's still a good card. Okay, the Wolf Rider, I think, is probably a card I'd want here, if it weren't for the fact that I already have a choked 3-drop spot and no 4-drops yet, except for Cone of Cold, so I'll take the Stormwind Knight here, which is almost as good. I will take the Farseer here for some heals. Those are always nice to have. And the Golems. Okay, this is starting to be a lot of 3-drops. I really don't want any more, and of course I get another one. Okay, so I really can't take the Mind Control tech here. We're going to have to grab the Mana Wraith. I don't want this Earth Razorfen Hunters. Enough with the 3-drops game. Let's just get some other drops. There we go. Mana Worm is awesome. Stormwind Knight number 2 is fine. Okay, so do I take another Farseer? I've got 1, 2, 3 cards that I'd really call 3-drops, like that I'd play on turn 3. Okay, we'll take another one of these guys over the Lord of the Arena. Oh my god, this is just so bad. I don't want to play with secrets. This is not that great, so we'll take the Pyromancer, I guess. Mostly as a 2-drop. Still don't have any endgame, but I'm not going to take it. The Frost Elemental here, what I'll do instead is grab an Owl, just so I have 1 Silence card in the deck. Argent Squire over the Wolf is normally a tough call, except here with the Blood Knight. I want to make sure I have Argent Squire, because it's a really good combo. This is just ridiculous. I cannot get playable cards to save my life. We'll take Ancient Mage, even though he sucks, because I need something playable. Alright, I guess we're taking Stormwind Champion here for our endgame. Not my favorite endgame card. And I guess... Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, it's another Blood Knight, but it's just not working out here. I have 1, 2, 3 cards, or 4, I guess, with the Pyromancer that count as 2-drops. These are all really good things here. My deck needs some more beef, so I'm going to take the Dark Iron Dwarf, although that was a tough call. Alright, we'll take a Flame Strike there over the Cult Master. And I guess we're going to play with 2 silences, because I sure as hell am not taking Gorobashi Berserker. That card's miserable. I don't have any card draw in this deck, so although these are both good drops, we'll take the Arcane Intellect, except for the Novice Engineer, of course. And a Fireball is pretty good to have over the Tiger. I'm going to take the Spiteful Smith, even though it doesn't, the ability doesn't do anything, just because it's a 4, 6, or 5 mana. And actually, with as little endgame as I have, I'm going to take the Boulder Fist Ogre, much as I'd like to take another Mana Worm. Frostbolt, hey, I haven't seen you yet. That's nice. And Wolf Rider is only one of these cards that doesn't totally suck. Now, do I go for the Buffer card or the Argent Commander? Well, I'm actually going to take the Buffer because I don't think I have any taunt here, which is, oh god, that's just depressing. I mean, I just didn't get any taunts offered to me other than like a freaking Mogishan Warden. So yeah, Defender of Arcus. Well, this turned out to be a pretty weird deck. All we have for endgame is a Boulder Fist Ogre and a Stormwind Champion. And then we have a Spiteful Smith, which is close. The rest of the deck is actually not really all that fast. It's mostly 3s. With just a couple of 1-drops. So it's not really aggro, and it doesn't really qualify as an endgame deck. So yeah, I think this is actually going to lose really bad. I really was hoping for more 5s to come by. I passed on 2 Silverhand Knights, I guess, but it was always reasonable to pass on them. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to make a little bit of a bold play. I'm actually going to mulligan everything except for the Argent Squire, and I hope to get a Blood Knight so that I can steal the Divine Shield on turn 2 with the coin. It, however, is not to be. But we do get at least a bunch of playables. That's one nice thing about this deck. We should have lots of playables. I could even coin into like an Engineer or a Pyromancer, but no, we'll just play the Argent Squire. It's fine. A little bit of a non-bow here with the Pyromancer. Obviously does not interact nicely with the Archon Squire at all. My opponent will just shapeshift to pop off the Divine Shield. Yeah, that was a really dim hope of Blood Knight actually working out, but that's okay. If he wants to bang on me, he can do that all day. Alright, yeah, let's stay on curve with the Pyromancer, hit him in the face. If my opponent wants to shapeshift to finish off the Archon Squire, I'd say the 1 mana 1 card was well worth it, because it took him up 2 turns and 4 mana. It looks like that is what he'll do, unless he has... what does he have that could possibly kill this? Not Claw, because he's already attacked. He has something. Innervate? I mean, he could innervate. No, he's not innervating. He's just... Okay. So what I'm going to do here is think. Against a Mage, I'd probably play Wolf Rider to goad her into killing it. The problem is a Druid could actually swipe and kill both of these in one go. So what I'm going to do instead of the Wolf Rider is actually play the Crusader and hit him in the face for 3. Mana Wraith was another interesting option. I could have played... No, it's Engineer Coin Mana Wraith. Well, actually, no, because the coin would have triggered the Pyromancer. So never mind. No coins for Papa Boris. So here I'm protecting myself against Swipe. I've got this Divine Shield, which is handy against stuff he might play. And I could still top deck a Blood Knight and steal my own Divine Shield to get a 6/6 on turn 4, which is pretty solid. Indeed. He's got a Pyromancer. Oh, is he going to do stupid Pyromancer crap? Mark of the Wild. Okay, so he's going to pop off the Divine Shield for free, basically, and get a 5/3. Well, I would say that didn't work out all that well for my opponent, because, I mean, here I can just use my Pyromancer to kill his. Yeah, I'd say that was definitely a mistake on my opponent's part. I don't really know what he was thinking. I guess he will get to shapeshift and kill this, but I don't know. Seems not that great. Let's play Mana Wraith, excuse me. Oh no, that is Mana Worm. We're going to coin to trigger the Mana Worm once, and then we're going to play the Stormwind Knight. Swing, swing. So now I'm pretty safe against Swipe. It can only kill off 2 creatures, and I've got another creature sticking around on the board. I could have considered playing Mana Wraith to make it harder for my opponent to play things. Oh my god. Really, the Stampeding Kodo bullshit has got to stop. I don't know what it is, but like, there's just been an epidemic of Stampeding Kodos. God, Jesus Christ. It's actually really good against my board, too. Balls. That just pretty much turned the game around. Alright, well, we're going for it, folks. We're going to go Wolf Rider, swing for the fences, and we're going to play a Mana Wraith at the end of it to make his minions more expensive. Of course, he wants to hit it with the Kodo, but then my 3 toughness guys are still around. Yeah, we're going for the burn. It makes me really wish I had a Pyroblast in the deck instead of a Big Game Hunter. But the Big Game Hunter could end up being useful against Ironbarks, if my opponent even really does any of that stuff. So what's he going to Wrath? He's going to Wrath a 3/1 for some card advantage. He's going to leave the Mana Wraith alive, at least for now. Perhaps he wants it here so that I can't apply pressure on the board as easily. Just gonna give this guy a taunt. Oh man. Well, now I need my Silencing Owl. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble because I just can't get past that. Oh, Blood Knight, you're a little late to the party, bub. All right, let's draw a card. See what I get. Gotta get something good, and I totally didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the Mana Wraith away so that I can drop the Harvest Golem down, and we're gonna pass the turn. I'm pretty much, this is pretty much over. Unless he does play an Ironbark, and then I get a sweet kill at the Hunter, or he plays Divine Shield something, like maybe like a Sunwalker. Alright, well, I will actually get to kill that with Big Game Hunter. This 3/5 taunt, though, is ruining my life. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get some damage through this turn. That'll be good. So, what we do here is, first of all, the Big Game Hunter to kill that Mountain Giant. Next of all, we use the Novice Engineer. Kill that dead. Get him for 2. Well, that's it. So we got Frostbolt, take him down to 8. It's going to be close. See if he's got another giant. Like an Ironbark, obviously, is playable right now. He's got a Sunwalker. Oh my gosh! It's the rise of the conditional 3 epic 3s. Okay. Let's see. I don't actually need to... yeah, I've got plenty of mana here. Let's think. This will be 3/5. Yep, I've just enough to use Arcane Intellect, so we're gonna do it. Okay, it doesn't change my turn. Ooh, this could be good. Next turn. So we're gonna play the Blood Knight. This is what the big game hunter was born for. Pick it off with my overpowered hero ability. Hit him in the face. Alright. This is looking pretty good. So it's reasonably likely that I'll get to play the pimp down in between these two. And the frostbolt will become 5 damage. Nightblade! Oh god, what a terrible card. Does he have a Defender of Argus to give these guys taunt? He has yet another buff. Lord, okay, if I get an Ironbeak Owl, that will do it. That will let me win the game right here. No, I got another Blood Knight. Ah, balls. So, unfortunately, I can deal 5 damage to this thing. Oh no, it works, it works. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I get through with the Blood Knight, so we're gonna do this. Frostbolt now hits for 5. Overpowered hero ability hits for 1. I cash out the golem, and we're going to hit him for 6. Oh my god! I thought I was gonna lose this game for sure, but he just slipped, and he walked right into my epic 3s. First, I killed a mountain giant that he spent his whole turn playing with big game hunter, and then I used Blood Knight to suck up a divine shield off of a Sunwalker. And all right, he's nourishing. That's desperation because has half his mana gone. He's got to find something to do. Got 10 damage coming his way. Man, this guy loves his taunt. I will give him that. He is a big fan of the taunt, but it doesn't matter. I had multiple ways of killing him here, and that is over. So Dramuk, the druid goes down. Quite surprisingly, I thought I was winning, then I was losing, then I was winning again. He sent me a friend invite. Oh my gosh! I hope he's gonna like chew me out. I hope he's gonna chew me out. I really hope that he like says something terrible. Because I've never had that happen. I've heard of it happening, but I've never actually had someone friend me afterwards so that they could cuss me out. Let me send him a message. How do I send him a message? Hey. Oh. Hi. Good game. Smiley face. See what he wants to do. Blitzblat the Rogue. There we go. User must be the luckiest motherfucker alive. Alright. Yep. I'm gonna, you know what should I tell him? Oh, well, I'm gonna say this. Did you get 5 legendary with all those cards? Well, good players get lucky more often than bad players because they give themselves more chances to get lucky. Not saying you're bad. I hope that didn't come across as offensive. Oh, I need to actually play my game. Sorry, I'm just having so much fun with this. I'm trying to be nice to this guy. That logic. What did he say? Lel? Did he say lel, that logic? Is that what he said? God, this chat interface. Lel, that logic. That logic, though. Age. Okay. 29. You. Also, FYI, I literally teach logic for a living. Alright, this guy, this guy, I thought maybe he was nice, but it turns out he's actually a big old giant dickbag, so that's fun. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop a golem down in front of this ooze. My opponent can make a dagger to finish off the damaged golem. Wow, this is like the worst kind of person. It's someone who thinks he's really smart, but is actually like a complete idiot. Wow, yeah, he's starting to trash me. Yeah, he's starting to trash me. Actually, yeah, whatever. I'm not even gonna say anything. Teacher says luck can be controlled. Oh my god, this guy doesn't understand. This guy doesn't understand. I'm not even gonna get into it with him right now, but he's totally a moron. It is totally true because what good players do is they give themselves more chances to get lucky. Like a bad player in my shoes. Well, I'm not saying this is bad, but someone else might have taken Pyroblast in my shoes, and then I wouldn't have, I wouldn't have had the big game hunter to kill his mountain giant with. You know, you gotta understand basic logic here, folks. It's not that hard, but for some people, I guess. Anyway, so this is actually a pretty good situation because I can kill off his stuff. I have like really my choice of ways of killing things. I could just stay quiet with fire blasting the abusive sergeant and just kill the wolf with my golem. I could Cone of Cold to freeze his team. There's no reason to use Cone of Cold right now, though. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna ping this off. I'm going to kill this wolf because that reduces his damage by a fair bit. We're actually going to play Mana Wraith here. So the idea with the Mana Wraith is that it makes her minions more expensive, and she clearly is trying to rush me down with the way she played the previous turn. So with the way she's playing, I want to make her minions more expensive. She's going to have the backstab for the Mana Wraith, so she kills it and moves on. My favorite spell in the game. She has a Knife Juggler as well, which is quite fortunate for her. That'll give her a chance of killing my Golem. Do I win the coin flip? I do not, but luckily, the Harvest Golem, as you can see, is a very good card because it comes back, and my opponent actually sacrificed the Ooze to get the Golem to die because that way the Knife Juggler would be protected. Well, anyway, here what I think we need to do is play Frostbolt because Knife Juggler is a dangerous threat, and I'm going to waste one of these Blood Knights. And that way I have a 3-3 facing down her 2-2, putting on some pressure. So yeah, you know, I got a 99th percentile score on the LSAT, which is a pure logic test, but clearly I don't know how to logic. According to Dranok, the sore loser druid I just beat. Alright, is she going to kill my 3-3 or is she going to hit my face? No, she's going all the way for the face, which is totally fine. So here we'll just Fireball this engine. This is really just one of the best uses of Fireball in the game. I messed up. I should have played Novice Engineer first to draw a card. Luckily, I was gonna do that anyway. We're gonna kill that wolf. So the smoke is cleared. She can kill both of my minions with her dagger. So assuming these are both dead, she's got 3 cards to my 4. My cards are all kind of weird and conditional though. So she might actually be doing just fine here. This looks might be deceiving. I've got the card advantage, but she could be quite fine as long as her cards are decent. Alright. She remakes the dagger because she has nothing better to do, and she plays a Yeti. Like, this is a really difficult card for me to deal with, hilariously enough. Arcane Missiles, you are unhelpful. What do you do here? Well, I think what I'm going to do is throw stuff down. I'm not going to wait for Divine Shields to come online. I'm not going to wait to draw my Argent Squire. I'm just going to play this and hope that Arcane Missiles is good, I guess. Alright, this is not that scary. This is all fine. If I can just draw into my good stuff at some point, I should be in decent shape. So she chooses to kill my 3-3 rather than my 4-3 so that the Yeti stays at 2 health and doesn't trivially die off. That makes sense. This 3-3 is also good against my 4-3, so really it's just kind of a tricky situation. Argent Squire. Well, maybe I should have held on to that Blood Knight. That's funny. Alright, let's actually drop Arcane Missiles and see where they go before we do anything else. Okay, so I think this is the time to Cone of Cold then. Kill off both of her minions. We'll also play the Argent Squire. Okay, she's got 3 cards to my 3. My card advantage trailed off just because I had such bad card quality that I couldn't deal with with the Chillwind Yeti. But I can still do okay. However, if she continues playing good cards, she will win. Like, if she just drops a Boulder Festoger, what am I doing with my life? I got nothing. She drops a Grizzly, which again will kill my 4-3, which is kind of annoying. I'm not a super big fan of that. And she has a Dark Iron Dwarf. Alright, well that's what I want to trade my Spellbreaker in for. Let's see what a card I get. Hopefully my card helps me out just a little bit here. Mana Worm is unhelpful in the slightest. What I'll do is silence that. I'm not gonna. I could race. I could get her down to 13 or 12 health, but that seems it seems unwise. Oh my gosh! If I let her do the trading, she can just dagger this and use the bear to kill that. Yeah, we need to kill this thing off. Hit that there. We're gonna hang on to the Mana Worm. I mean, it's really doing nothing right now. So it'll just die to the bear. So yeah, my card quality has been a serious problem. Like I said, after the draft ended, the deck seems pretty bad. So here is a really great example where I'm playing fine. It's just the cards are so weak that I can't hang on to anything. So she's going to actually go a card down to Shadow Step this bear. That's good news. She also screwed up. She should have really attacked with the bear first. Oh my god, she could have killed a minion totally for free. She really screwed up right there. I could have 3 fewer health or just have an extra creature dead. Luckily for her, though, I'm in such bad shape that it doesn't even matter. Well, a Flame Stroke would let me clear her board out. I didn't get it, unfortunately, but at least I got a 3-3, which is almost as good as the minions she's playing. And we'll ping this off. Still not going to play this. I think it's at least be a 2-3. And we'll pass the turn. Alright, well, we're in a top deck war here. Big Game Hunter, I really wish were a Pyroblast, because if I top decked a Pyroblast, I'd be in much better shape than if I top deck a Big Game Hunter, although she might get, like, a Ventrico Mercenary. That's the most likely target. Oh gosh, what does she have for killing us? She must have something. Storm Suck Commando. Well, if I get a Flame Strike, I could actually still be okay, but I've only got like 1 or 2 more turns to get it. Because of this bear, I can't get any damage through with my Argent Squire. So, yeah, a few more turns and I'm screwed. Alright, I'm not going to play this Pyromancer. I really want to be able to use it to deal damage to her minions. So what I'm going to do here is throw that down, ping the harder hitting creature, play the Mana Worm because I can't wait any longer. Hopefully this will distract her a little bit. And hopefully the card she drew wasn't very good. Otherwise I'm just going to lose this game in the really saddest way imaginable, which is just having bad cards. Stone Tusk Boars. Well, it's pretty much what I was hoping for. Her top decking a terrible card. She gets to deal 7 damage to me, so I'm down to about the same life total that she is. If I can get a spell off of this Pyromancer, I can clear out her board. I just need to top deck a spell. Any spell will do. I don't even know how many spells I have in this deck, but any spell will suffice. And I get Flame Strike! Alright, so we don't even need the Wild Pyromancer. We can just Flame Strike. Woo! Play the Pyromancer. Alright, so now, if she gets a good card, we're about equal. We each deal a damage to each other per turn. And, yeah, I've got a little bit of a lead with a 3-2, but, you know, she can quickly surpass that with Ascension or some other good card. She's actually going to hit it with her face, so she's got, like, what, a Shiv? Fan of Knives. She should have Fan of Knives first. She might not have needed to hit the creature with her face. Oh, gosh, if I top deck a Big Game Hunter right now, that will be actually very sad, because it would mean that I will lose the game instead of winning it. Had I chosen Pyroblast instead. Arcane Intellect. Well, it's a pretty good card to get in a top deck war. Let's play it. Defender of Argus and a minion. Alright, that'll do, Pig. Oh, no, I can't play them both. Well, we're going to do this one. I will ping off the Imp. I will hit her in the face. I hope this thing survives the turn. It should right now, unless she gets a removal card. If it survives the turn, I can buff it up and give it Taunt. That'll protect me from her daggers and from her Imps. I will actually be in decent shape. We do it! She got a really terrible card under the circumstance. She will hit me in the face, down to 10, but it's not good enough. Alright, we're in business here. We should be just fine now. She needs to get a pretty lucky top deck to be able to win from this point. Alright, we get Scarlet Crusader. That's great. So we're going to play the Scarlet Crusader. We're going to play the Defender of Argus. How do we do this? Alright, let's actually kill off her minions. Gonna do that. Oh, okay, we'll kill off one of her minions. But I'm going to hit her in the face. That's a lot of damage here. So we're threatening lethal. It's really difficult for her to get through this thing at 6 health. She's got 2 cards to work with. But if those 2 cards don't do it, it's over. And it would be a little bit difficult. Alright, she's got a Blood Knight, which is hilarious. But unless she gives it Taunt, it doesn't actually make any difference. She does have a Taunter, just not the Taunter. And she can actually survive the turn here, which is a little bit scary. What she does here is she throws the Imp and the Imp Master at the Scarlet Crusader. That leaves me without a good way of killing the Booty Bay Bodyguard. I can use the Storm Knight plus Fire Blast, but then I get her only down to 1 health. She'll then get me down to 3 health. Oh no, Wolf Rider, and the game is over. Okay. That was close. That was close. In my defense... Oh no, wait! This guy actually survives a hit from the Booty Bay. That's right. I was actually not going to necessarily go down to 3. I would have only gone down to... Well, I wouldn't have only gone down to 9 because she can't actually dagger this. It would have killed her. So yeah, I was in better shape than I thought. Oh, I didn't say well played. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot what your name was. Well, anyway, well played. Thanks for not, you know, being a dumb idiot who is way not as smart as you think you are, the way that Dromac is. Did this person, I think that person actually unfriended me. That's hilarious. All right, well, thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and/or subscribe, and I'll see you soon with the rest of the games. In a moment, we'll be back.